afternoon. I'm Judith Michelson. I am the Executive Director of the Fluvanna Historical Society right here in Palmyra, Virginia. You say Palmyra, Fluvanna, where in the world is that? We are in Central Virginia, and right now I am in front of the summer kitchen at the Pleasant Grove Estate. The Pleasant Grove Estate was purchased by the county, about 1,000 acres, for a very comfortable price a number of years ago. And ever since then, the county, the Historical Society, many private organizations have been putting together some wonderful events. Tomorrow, well, actually today is June 22nd, 2012. Tomorrow, the 23rd, the Chamber of Commerce and the county is sponsoring a wonderful, huge, exciting barbecue event with music, food. Oh, it's going to be so good, so y'all come. And actually, the first Saturday in October, every year, the Fluvanna Historical Society sponsors the Old Farm Day event. We've been doing that for 16 years, and it was started so many years ago by Ellen Miyagawa, John May, and Frank Shoemaker, two of whom are no longer with us. We are just so happy to have this 1,000-acre estate to use for recreation, for events such as the ones I've spoken about, for extraordinary walking tours, equestrian trails. We are very, very lucky to have this land. I am standing in front of the summer kitchen, and the house, which you'll see shortly, was the Haden house. The Haden family of Fluvanna was here, antebellum, 1857, and they built this very nice, plain and neat farmhouse, and they also had a summer kitchen. Summer kitchens were separate from the house because the house didn't want to catch fire. And of course, if you had the cooking going on in the kitchen and it caught fire, you wouldn't want the house to go down too. So the summer kitchen was basically separate, and there was usually an archway by which the servants or enslaved persons prior to the end of the Civil War would bring the food over to the main house. The summer kitchen has been restored a number of years ago, and it's quite wonderful, and you should come and take a look at it. It's the head of the Western Trailhead for the Fluvanna Heritage Trail. The house is in the process of going out for bids to be restored and have an addition made. This will be done by the county with help from the Fluvanna Historical Society in raising funds and VDOT funds to help work on this great project. Fluvanna actually was formed in 1777 out of Albemarle, which was part of Goochland counties. You all may know Charlottesville area, and then the Albemarle County surrounds that. Our third president, Thomas Jefferson, redistricted our area, and we became Fluvanna, which was for the River Ann. We have the beautiful and historic Rivanna River running right through Fluvanna itself into the James at the Point of Fork on the way to Richmond. If you're coming down this way, you have to see our river. It's very beautiful. You can canoe on it, fish in it, and just enjoy it. In the village of Palmyra, where our Historical Society has its headquarters, we have a very unique village. We have a town square, a village park. We have an historic 1828 old stone jail, which we run as our museum. We would love to have you come and take tours there. We also have the most amazing historic courthouse, all designed not by Thomas Jefferson, but by our local hero, General John Hartwell Cocke of Bremo on the James River. He had a great claim to being a self-taught architect, just like his friend and mentor, Thomas Jefferson. They were both inspired by Andrea Palladio of the 16th century from Italy, and you'll see that the beautiful architectural designs illustrated in our buildings here in Fluvanna. The village is the county seat for all of Fluvanna, and it is a historic village protected by National Register landmark, and also the courthouse is on the National Register of Historic Places. We're very happy to welcome visitors and talk about our history. We also have thousands of documents, photographs, letters, many of them starting from the early 1800s and some even as far back as the late 1700s in our historical archive collection. Our museum boasts wonderful displays. We have an educational display. We have a farm room with amazing implements and agricultural artifacts. We have a room reflecting General Koch's architectural prowess, and a Patriots room showing our community activity, our towns, our villages, and also instruments of war, guns and swords and knives, even going back to the Revolutionary War. So we have a very historic town here and county, and we love you to come and visit us. The Chamber of Commerce has lots of information. The Fluvanna Historical Society has a website, www.fluvannahistory.org. On June 30th, Saturday from 10 to 5, we are going to have an artist studio tour with 9 local professional artists. You can certainly look up information on the website about that. I have a poster here of our art show that we're doing, and that can be seen online too. We'd love you to come. One of the things that our society does is a great deal of publishing. We have 85 publications that have gone through a number of years, all about historic Fluvanna and different elements of our history. We also have published a number of books, one of which is Mr. Jefferson's River by Minnie Lee McGee and William Trout, and the other, Virginia's Palmyra, the Shire Town of Fluvanna, and that's a relatively new book, a photographic essay. Those are available online or through our Historical Society as well. Here is Virginia's Palmyra and Mr. Jefferson's River. It's a seminal book on the Fluvanna River, the locks, the wonderful transportation and commerce that went along there in the 18th and 19th centuries. So we hope you will come and visit Pleasant Grove, this 1,000-acre estate that has many events. The barbecue event tomorrow, the 23rd, and come to Historic Palmyra for the artist tour on June 30th. And Old Farm Day, October, first Saturday, I can't remember the date, first Saturday in October of this year and every year, right here. You'll see animals, farm equipment, reenactors, great food, and it's all put on by the Historical Society here. Thank you, and have a great day.
How you guys doing? My name is Sam Salaki. We're from Sweet and Sassy Barbecue Company. Thanks so much for taking time to watch us today. We're out here in Palmyra, Virginia, the beautiful Fluvanna County. And we're out here cooking with all kinds of great teams today. We just want to tell you a little bit about ourselves. We were founded back in 2005, and we started in the backyard, and we went from there into competitions and so forth and so on. But the main purpose of our company is not necessarily so much as cooking on the pits, which we totally love and enjoy to do, but it's sauce production. So if you guys just stay tuned and start checking your local stores, you'll start seeing our sauces and our products. A couple of products I'll talk about is our first award-winning sauce in Virginia in 2011 down in Galax, Virginia, was our Sweet and Sassy, the original sauce. It took first place, followed shortly right behind Sweet Peach, which came in second. Both of them incredible sauces. Cook good on anything that you want to, whatever you want to cook, whether you want to cook ribs, chicken, pork. It's absolutely beautiful. Sauces are sweet. They're full of all kinds of love and spices, and really look forward to you guys giving them a shot one day. Again, my name is Sam Salaki. Look for us. Check us out at www.sweetandSassyBBQCO.com. Also check us out at Facebook and Twitter. Look for us, and we're so glad you guys took an opportunity to watch us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bill Hughes. I'm with the Fluvanna Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to thank the BBQTV network for coming and documenting our first hope to be annual barbecue bands and brew. We're here in beautiful Palmyra, which is located in Fluvanna County, which is central Virginia. We are currently on a historical site, which is the Haden farm. We anticipate to have at least 4,000 to 6,000 people here to our first event. We are very happy thus far with the judging, with our community turning out. We have approximately 26,000 individuals who live here in Palmyra. Palmyra, as you have seen from other clips, is a very rural community, what people consider to be a bedroom. We are now trying to help bring tourism into our county, and this is one of the ways the Chamber of Commerce is trying to do that. We are trying to work closely with different groups and our local government to make this happen. We will be immediately following our Barbecues Band and Brew hosting a Fluvanna second wine festival here in mid-September, which we hope will be able to bring out the same type of a crowd that we have here today. Fluvanna is basically made up of families. We have an excellent campgrounds, lakes, streams. Believe it or not, most people don't realize it, but we have grown, in terms of agriculture, the largest number of crop of corn in the country. And it's all been done right here in Fluvanna County. So if you have an opportunity to visit Fluvanna County, it would be very nice for you to stop by our chamber office, stop by our historical society, get a little more information about our community, and make this your vacation spot. Again, I'd like to thank BBQTV for allowing us to go on their show and be part, and for them to be part of our event. Thank you. Yeah.
Help me here, guys.
Hey, wait, you got paper one.
Get a paper towel.
You're looking at 12:01 right now, Jennifer.
Do what?
It had, I thought, the most flavor, a little spicy, and it was also very tender. That one had a little bit too much sauce on the top, so I felt like it diminished the taste of the chicken.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Number 5 was my least favorite. I thought it was a little bit too spicy for me, and I couldn't really taste the chicken flavor. I thought number 1 for me was the best. It had good chicken flavor, and the tenderness was very good.
1 was also my favorite. I thought it was outstanding. Really nice smoke flavor, nice sauce. 3 was my least favorite. I thought it was just kind of somewhat bland. 2 was a little on the sweet side for me.
I actually liked number 6 was my most favorite. I thought that it was very tender, and I liked the amount of spice that it had in the sauce. My least favorite was number 5, and I just felt like it was very chewy and not very flavorful. And I thought number 2 was, while good, to me the sauce was a little bit bitter.
My favorite was the first one. I loved the seasoning, how it had a little kick at the very end, a little back heat in the palate. While they were all very good, I would have to say my least favorite was probably the fourth one, just because I like bigger pieces of chicken and mine seem to have a lot of bone in it. So personal preference, but definitely first one won it for me.
I would say my first was definitely number one. I liked the flavor. I thought they had the tenderness spot on number one. The other ones are all also very good with tenderness. Number two for me would be the second one we had. 3 was probably the 5th one we had. 4 would be the 6th one we had. The last one for me is definitely number 4. The reason I said number 4 was the worst for me was because although I like both the pulled chicken and the piece of chicken, each had its own flavor. They didn't have the same flavor, and I felt that it detracted from one because of the flavor of the other, both in the same sample.
It's pretty impressive.
Way too hot. Tom?
31 and 43.
Got the dust in it, dude. Got the dust in it. I'm gonna get it all over the box here.
Well, I liked number 5. I thought it tasted very tender, had good taste. The one that I did not like was number 3. It had sort of a lighter fluid taste, and it was tough.
Okay.
The one I liked the best was number 4. It had the best taste, enough kick and a little bit of sweet, and very tender. The one I liked the least was number 6. It was gritty and a bit too dry.
It was close between 3 and 4. Number 5, I didn't like the texture of it. It seemed like it was mushy and overdone.
I liked number 1. I thought it was well cooked and tender. I did not like number 5. Seemed overcooked.
Surprised we got that muscle out.
Beautiful muzzle.
I think that's the first time we've been able to do that ever.
Good or small?
You can put some of this bark in there?
This?
Yeah, you can put some of that in there?
I wasn't going to, but if you want me to.
It's up to you. It's your box.
Yeah, you know what? Let's push these up and put some of that in between. You know what I mean? Just like a few pieces in there. Try to get 6 though.
6 pieces of bark?
If possible.
And they don't have to be big.
Tell me when you're ready.
We aren't even retired yet. I said we aren't even timed.
We're golden. We're golden. Winter pork dinner.
Sauce it a little. All right, Matt. Good luck to you.
Just don't put that sauce on this box. Fingers.
Say what?
Do it with your fingers. I like that.
This one I liked the least because it was a texture issue. I thought it was a little overcooked and mushy. And this one I liked the best. This one right here. I thought it had the best flavor. Wasn't overly spicy. It was delicious. Good texture.
Okay. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I like the last one. I like the last one the best by default because I didn't like any of the other ones. There were things to not like about the other ones, and this one had fewer things to not like about it. I didn't like the second one. The meat was very mushy, and it tasted bad. It tasted like animal or something, but it was unpleasant.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the mic, please.
I thought that 6 was the best. 2 was terrible. I think they've already mentioned, mine tasted like the meat had turned. It was not enjoyable at all.
Okay.
I thought number 5 was the best. It was one of the few that wasn't overcooked or undercooked terribly. The rest of them were really, really mushy. This one was the worst. It tasted like the meat had gone bad. I didn't even want to swallow it. I had to spit the stuff out.
Although I have to say that's the best. I love fat.
Or do you want to try Carolina this time, Sam?
No, let's go original.
Where the hell is it?
I don't know. Those guys might have run off with it.
Is it a little soft?
Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah. Dad, get a napkin.
Got like 2 minutes to turn it.
Okay.
No, we got 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay.
5 minutes before.
5 minutes after.
Well, the window's open.
Oh yeah, it's open.
But see, watch the judges and watch how our chicken box. Oh no! Hit that meat. Just get some of that sauce off that meat.
No, you're okay.
No, I'd leave it.
Leave it.
Leave it. Yeah.
It's gonna absorb everything you put
Oh, it's gonna pull it right in. 2, 3, 4, 5.
8, 7. Yes, 7.
Yeah.
Check down. I'm making a bigger mess than.
Baby, got your camera. Is that 7?
Yes.
Pressure.
4, 6, 7. Oh, you got one more. Go ahead and put it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a little weak on this back end.
Actually,
Drop it in
it's got a good pull on it.
Hey man, we'll take everything we can get right now. Who knows, maybe the
The brisket fairy will be kind.
Well, strangely enough, I liked the first one the best. It had good moisture. It was very savory. And the one that I liked the least was the last one. It was a little dry. Just didn't really have much flavor. So that's my take on it.
All righty.
My favorite was number 4. I think it had the most beef taste to it, and it had the sauce did not overpower it. And my least favorite was number 5. I think it was overcooked.
I thought 1 was a little bit salty. I thought number 5 had an excellent taste. I really liked the smoke taste in a couple of them, like number 4 and number 6.
I'd say first one was my favorite. Moist, had good pull, good flavor. Number 6 was probably the least. It was dry, probably been done some time ago, but it's a tough category.
I liked number 1 for both flavor or taste and tenderness. Appearance was also very good. Number 4 was also very good taste and tenderness. The appearance was a little less, but number 6 was my least favorite. Overall, I would say that the quality of all the meats that were presented here today were very good, however.
Chamber of Commerce. We're hosting our first annual Barbecue Bands and Brews here at beautiful Pleasant Grove in Palmyra, Virginia. We have about 5,000 in attendance today so far, with a few hours left. We've had 30 championship teams here today cooking, and cooking all through the night last night from as far away as Texas, all over Virginia, Maryland, and the vicinity of that. We have 15 hometown teams here that are competing as well in their own division. We have the Rondells from Virginia Beach here playing, and then the next band that will play. The first band we had was Cedar Creek from Richmond. We have 50 vendors set up selling their wares and their goods, and a lot of good food. So we've got barbecue, we've got chicken kebabs, and we're just very excited to offer something like this to the county. It's the first event in the county that's had this big of participation, so we're really excited about that, and just happy to have everyone here today. So we're just thankful for all that. So.